a dynamic leader and a great visionary like K.T. Ramarao Garu, more appropriately inaugurating this international conference in innovation in engineering and technology. Under his dynamic leadership, the state of Telangana has passed several milestones in the IT and electronics, industry and commerce sectors. He is instrumental in getting many industries to the Telangana, making Telangana as an environmentally safe industrial hub. The new IT policy of Telangana, developed under his leadership, focused on digital empowerment of citizens, innovation and entrepreneurship, and taken the innovation ecosystem of Telangana to the global levels. His initiatives culminated into building very meaningful partnerships with leading global organizations like WEF, UNDF, World Bank, which have been leveraged to make Telangana the leader in the emerging technology space. Sri Vemula Prashant Reddy Garu, himself an engineer and who has been working with the government as a Minister of R&B and Legislative Affairs. And Sri Prashant Reddy Garu was the first Vice Chairman of the DREAM project of our Chief Minister, Sri Chandrasekhar Rao Garu. The DREAM project is the Mission Bhagiratha. You know how the number of towns and villages all over Telangana has been benefited by this Mission Bhagiratha. I welcome both of you, sir. Distinguished guests, Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy Garu, a Padma Shri awardee and founder and executive chairman of CENT, chairman of BOG of IIT Hyderabad. He is the man who placed India on the global map of leading edge engineering and research and development services. He was the chairperson of the committee set up by All India Council for Technical Education to provide short and medium range perspectives of engineering education, and under his vision and the report which he has submitted to the AICT been very useful for our when it is implemented, so that our faculty and students will get benefited, and hands-on training and skill development, etc. I am very thankful to Mohan Reddy Garu for constantly encouraging us in developing this particular institution as per his vision. Professor Limbadri, the chairman of Telangana State Council for Higher Education, an eminent scholar and administrator. Professor L.S. Ganesh, the Vice Chancellor of ICFI Foundation for Higher Education, Hyderabad, is a senior academician and researcher who has worked for the several institutions in India and abroad on the various positions and expert academician in the management studies. And Professor Ganesh was here this morning and delivered a lecture, and all of you must have heard him. He is a very eminent management professional in this country, and because of his preoccupation, he had to leave the auditorium a little early. And Professor Govardhan, Rector of the University, Professor Manzoor Hussain, the Registrar of the University, faculty, students, all the participants of this conference, both from India and abroad. And you must have already heard about Mohan Reddy's lecture. Dr. Mohan Reddy spoke at length about the innovations in engineering and technology, how the innovations and emerging technologies should be, dealt with in India in order to develop the country, develop the region, etc. And if you retrospect how the life of humans, starting from the Stone Age to the 21st century, you will realize how the life has changed immensely. Even in our own lifetime, we have seen the transformation that are outstanding. All this has happened just because of the continuous progress in science and engineering and technology, from medicine to commerce, household to travel, business to pleasure. There are various engineering and technological inventions that have truly revolutionized the life and paved the way for the more to come. These innovations of all time that literally lay the foundations of the modern world that where we live in today. I just named few of the innovations which has taken place in recent years. In civil engineering, 3D printing technology, remote sharing of the data, kinetic roads, asset mapping, 3D city modeling, solar roadways, concept, green roof systems, waste plastic roads, modular construction and self-healing concrete are the latest innovations in civil engineering. Coming back to the mechanical engineering, IoT is the backbone of the industrial revolution, With the IoT, advancement starts in the industry. It helps to become most of the process in the industry more automatic, and IoT helps to achieve the accuracy to reduce the unnecessary time. And printing industry changed the way of making parts, objectives or more. From the invention of 3D printing, it was nice journey, all the start of 6D printing. Today, 4D printing and 5D printing are the new milestones that today industries have. The solar system changed the ways of generating energy. It is the best source of renewable energy technologies. Solar windows are the new grooming technology. With this, it is possible to generate electricity by getting the sun rays transferred into energy. Come to the electrical engineering. Notable recent innovations in electrical engineering are specifically medical engineering, where the robotics and augmented and virtual reality are extensively used today. Smart grids, electrical vehicles, wireless power transfer, wireless wearable technologies, artificial intelligence, the energy saving lighting technologies, etc. comes under the electrical engineering. And the innovations in electronic and communications is AI-enabled sensors, merging hardware and software to collect and validate critical data will be the major part of the use of the cases of the consumer wearables, the medical devices, industries, etc. Similarly, digital biomarkers, natural language processing, edge computing, synthetic data, etc. comes under that category. Similarly, in the computer science, a large number of innovations are taking place in computer science, like artificial intelligence, edge computing, quantum computing, robotics, cyber security, bioinformatics, data science, and full stack development, virtual reality and augmented reality, and many more. Similarly, if you look at the transport engineering, self-driving cars, smart bicycles, multi-directional elevators, next generation lithium-ion batteries, hypersonics, air travel, etc. The innovations in healthcare are innumerable, and many new innovations are coming up in healthcare. And this in particular international conference is being organized by JNTU as a part of the Golden Jubilee celebration. Coming back to this international conference, I would like to, tell you two things. Normally, the international conferences will be conducted at the department's level. But this time, we have decided that because of the Golden Jubilee year of JNTU, we have decided that entire university, all the entire engineering courses, subjects will come together and conduct an international conference in all existing subjects of the JNTU. This is what is happening for the first time in not only in JNTU history, but is happening in any university history. And today, there are a large number of delegates from different countries, and many have come from almost all the universities throughout this country. And I welcome all the guests here to have a better interaction with all the presenters who are presenting their papers and have an interaction. And I'm very sure that this kind of interaction will help all our students, faculty, and all the participants to exchange the ideas on innovation and development of the subject. Thank you very much.